Yo, Dom, hey, hey,
Hey,
Dom, hey.
Yo, Dom.
It's a good color for you, by the way. You look good, man.
What's that, black?
That's just nice. You said somebody, it's a great.
Bob, you got good color, Bob.
I go out in the sun. I love the sun. It keeps me alive. You know, even though I'm a vampire, I love the sun. I mean, it just feels so nice out there. I sit by the pool even in the winter. I'm not covering this thing for another month. I'll fight it out. I love it.
You golf?
Do I golf? No, because I realized I sucked at it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's not easy.
It took me 12 years to realize I sucked at it because you can't stop.
And you were always on the East Coast? You were never on the West Coast?
Never. No. I just visit and that stuff, but I love the East Coast. I really do.
When you were up in New York a lot, were you commuting from South Jersey or were you living down there?
No, when I was down here, I didn't really go too much to New York City once I moved down here. I ended up having a kid, and that was more important to me than, if I can make a living doing this, I'm happy, at that point.
Yeah. South Jersey's nice. That's where I grew up. I like it.
It's cool. It's cool. It's near Philly, and it's
quiet.
It's right near the stadiums. Like I'm 15 minutes from the stadiums.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's
you
good.
Alone?
I don't think he heard you.
I'm lonely. I'm not alone though.
It's like you and I were going to be pals, not friends, not chums, pals.
Yes.
Okay.
That involves a lot of punching, a lot of that laughing.
We can slap each other on the back.
Hey, man, I've been slapping my own back for years. I've been patting myself on the back.
Did you guys ever work together or no?
No, and, I regret that.
Yeah, well, because you could have had it, but these kids together for one big hole in the earth.
We should do a big show.
I got a clashing of the Marsmen.
Dom, you're not coming home this year, Dom?
You got it.
Shut up. Yeah, I might. I got a lot of irons on the fire, as I like to say. I can't talk. I don't want to jinx it.
Yeah.
I may do a movie with a couple of maybe Italian actors.
Nice.
Some big stars.
It's not about me, man. It's about you.
I don't know. I don't know if the movie industry is going in a really good direction right now. All this
because you're not getting any parts. Is that what it is?
It just seems like everybody is on their phone and doing this self-produced stuff.
Yeah.
Mainstream Hollywood, it's like I don't know. It don't seem like people are watching a 3-hour movie anymore.
Yeah, no, what's that kid? The kids are dying on.
What's that? Fentanyl?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, fentanyl. What about it?
No, it's just interesting,
So we're gonna write a movie about that.
It's very strong, It's very strong. You a Catholic, or other?
Me, Catholic? I'm Protestant, actually. Lutheran, whatever that is.
Let's everybody calm down.
Yeah, it's going to be safe. But yeah, I mean, I was brought up basically Catholic because that's what Protestant is. But and my father's part Jewish, but we never went that way. And since my mother's not Jewish, you're not Jewish.
Right.
So
But you got Levy as the last name. It's a very Jewish last name.
It's so Jewish. It's like it's as Jewy as you can get. My name.
But Bob, I mean Robert. It's not it's Irish.
I never heard Jewy as an adjective. That's
yeah. A lot of people don't use that anymore.
Yeah. Do you think is it worse as a verb? Yeah, Dom's a lover. You're a lover of all people, aren't you?
Yeah. Hey, why not? Why not? Especially they fall asleep,
Yeah.
Once they fall asleep, they're mine.
We got to do a show in Philly when he comes back.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it would be so much fun. It would make my thing to be on a show with a legend like him. You know,
Who?
you, not
Get outta
Steve.
here.
Definitely not
yeah,
Steve.
yeah, definitely not me either. Wait,
Not such a big deal. God took to me to help you get through life.
Yeah,
is
exactly.
that was you were the gift from God for us?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. Look at him. Getting back. Look at hey, heroin addict.
You gotta bring up the past. Yeah, yeah.
Why'd you,
Come on, you gotta come up with something new. Didn't we have a good time together last week? Didn't we have such a?
Oh yeah, how was KC? No, I wasn't invited. I'm curious how it was.
And you don't get the hint yet?
Did you have a good set, Dom?
I don't want to talk about it. Killed, but you know, it's not my place to say. You know, destroyed.
Did you close it out or did you host it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
They come to 5 minutes. I do that, and I go home.
Yeah, the showcase. Mm-hmm. What was the name of the club again?
It was just the Comedy Club of Kansas City. That's the name of
Loser
the place.
something.
What'd you think of that? The guy Dustin. I thought he was a good dude over there at the club.
I hated him. I wanted to just drop my fucking books and beat the fuck out of him. Why? You know what he's booking again? I'd love to work there. He's a good guy, really good guy.
Yeah, and Ciccone was a lot of fun too.
Thank you.
No, I never performed in Kansas City, you know.
Oh, whippy doo. You want to get? How you been anyway?
I'm good, man. Just put my daughter to sleep.
Did
I
you do
think
your
we
act?
No, I didn't.
That kid can take a punch. That kid. Well, man, one in your mind and the business, boom, the other day. Daddy, no.
Do
Daddy,
your
no.
own fucking homework.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, good to see you too, Dom. I missed you.
Well, thank you. So just this is what we're about, man. Just being subtle and loving God. And He loves you.
I don't know you to be a religious guy though, Dom. You know.
Oh, Jesus Christ, with this guy. Jesus Christ was a good man. And the one thing about him, he could dance your pants off. Seriously. He's got nothing under the underwear except for the
Jeez, dude.
I said, I'm sorry, God, to make money somehow.
Is this all staying in, Brian? Or
Oh yeah. Well, most of it. Yeah, I think most of it.
Bob, we're not crossing too many lines for you, right? This is your style. You're the king of ball breaking.
No, I don't believe there is a line. As long as it's funny, and you should never stop at anything.
How you think the crowds are lately, like being an election year and everything? Think people toned it down a little bit with the sensitive stuff?
Yeah.
You think so? Yeah.
Very much. At the Laugh Factory the last couple of weeks, I mentioned it. They don't want to talk about it. They actually go, no. One time I was good.
Really?
I was there. Yeah. I don't know how many left I have left. I can't enjoy them now. Governors one time. Nobody in the fucking room wanted to. I think I was doing like Woodrow Wilson or somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Don Shula.
Don Shula.
John Shula, the booker.
Will you guys still go for it though? I mean, Steve, you don't really do much. I mean, you really don't do any political stuff anyway.
Never.
It's not really your
Never.
it's not really your thing. But
No, I don't want to split the crowd. That's just me.
It's not a split really, but like I do one joke and it works because of the way I do it, because it makes people feel stupid,
Right.
of what they're fighting over. And I say, I'm voting for somebody. Some lady goes, "Oh, if you're voting for Trump, you're a racist." And I go, "I was a racist before I voted for him. I just liked his ideas." And and you got it. You can't be mad at that.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. That's good. Yeah, it's good. I like that.
But the way you're delivering that, you're really not smirking.
No, but it's like it's the same thing with COVID. Like people took sides with COVID. People take sides with the election, and it was so much hate. It's so much hate. You can't talk about it. Nobody can have a discussion. If you like one person or another, you're an idiot. That's what it came down to now.
Yeah,
it's sad.
Let's all
Nobody.
Sorry,
Right.
Dom. Good.
I'm not a dead king. You just do what you want to talk about. All right.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
do
I was just saying. I felt like after the Tom Brady roast, everybody, in my opinion, kind of mellowed down a little bit because they were saying so many off the wall. They were saying retarded. They were saying gay. They were saying, and to be on that platform and to see like a celebrity environment like that, it I felt like it loosened people up a little bit.
Yeah, but if you were on the East Coast, that's like it being at the dinner table. You know what I mean? It was like, grow up. It's just it's just whatever. It's not hurting anybody. Words don't hurt.
Right. See, I think it was the perfect roast. It was good toast. Cute. There's nobody funnier than Tom Brady. I mean, he has you on the floor. That guy, it's one after, shot after, another, bang, bang, bang. He's so fucking funny. I mean, I was telling, I don't want to get on because I start crying in my ears. You laugh, but you'll see. He's a funny, funny man.
Oh man.
What do you guys think of him as an announcer? Have you seen any of his stuff?
I can't stop. Don't say it because I'm gonna start laughing again. I'm like,
I don't like him. I don't like him in anything.
especially being here.
Yeah, I mean, and he lost his wife too.
Like the finger head. Yeah, hey, call me old fashioned.
Yeah.
Can we put fingering people on YouTube? Is that all right?
Oh yeah. We'll tag her.
It's actually recommended.
Okay.
Yeah, so don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you talk about fingering a lot on your podcast, Bob?
Talks about it.
About a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'll yeah, but
yeah, there's one show that we do. We make fun of one of the greatest comedians that ever lived. Like we watch his show and we make fun. We make jokes about what he's saying in that. I mean, Dom, you might know the greatest comedian, one of the greatest comedians in the world, named Stuttering John Melendez. He's just so funny that we have to make fun of him. And it's the greatest show in the world.
Yeah,
have you ever worked with him?
Yeah, I like him. We worked at the governors together and stuff like that.
And was he seating people? No, I'm kidding.
What did he?
Jeez.
Oh yeah, he was trying to be the up front guy on the time.
Yeah,
with Leno, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he was on Jay Leno's show.
Yeah, he was the announcer on there.
Oh.
Yeah.
The first stutterer to be an announcer on the Jay Leno show.
Did they call him Stuttering John or no?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Because Jay hated Howard and Howard hated Jay. So.
He did that like to get up his ass.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
It happens.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dom, you love Jay, right? Aren't you guys buddies?
No, he's a cheap joke bastard. All right, true story. Come into town, friend of Jerry Mullen, Jerry Epstein. What's Jerry's name?
Seinfeld.
Yeah, Seinfeld.
Seinfeld.
So he takes me up. I said to him, "Why don't we get something to eat?" Because I don't know what they have up there. And Jerry says, "They'll have something."
You were going to Leno? Were you going to Leno's house?
Yeah, we used to go up there a lot. When I first came out here.
Yeah.
Nothing. You know what he had? I think it's Fritos. But one of those chop companies that he's a sponsor for. He had a closets full of that. The cheap
Doritos. Oh, he didn't order any sandwiches or anything?
Nothing. Nothing. You could get cramps like that.
What year you think this was?
You believe that?
No, yeah,
I'd say it's unbelievable. It may not be funny, but I turned the tides tonight.
oh yeah, it's always nice when someone has a true story. You know, it doesn't necessarily need to be funny.
Yeah. Why don't you take my bits and leak them up the air, you fucking sucker. What's your next gig? Get out of here. This is a nice one, isn't it? Oh,
Yeah,
you're
well,
over here.
I got a couple. I got some irons in the fire.
It sounds good, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, it does sound good. Yeah.
Don't they call that faking it till you make it? That's what they call it, right?
I don't know. I never heard that. It's really funny though. Tell me, Mo. Did you used to be a regular on Stern show? There you were.
I used to, yeah, I was on from like 2002 to 2010. You know, they had a roasting that was like the Meanest Listener contest, and I sent in a roast of Howard. And then I sent in another one, and then we had the competition after, and I won that. So I was able to go in there and then get a job, you know, working, doing my own show, Miserable Men Show on Howard 101. And it was a great time for a long time. It was a crazy time. We were all out of our minds. Probably me a lot more than a lot of people there, but it ended horribly. And you know, I left when Artie left.
I love Artie.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Wow, you brought up. What did you bring up? Artie?
Artie, yeah.
Artie's great.
Artie's
nice guy, smart, and
He's
funny.
he's not in comedy anymore, right, Bob?
Right now, he's been getting sober for a long time, and I do believe he will be back, because you cannot, and the audience will be there for him, no matter how many times he's tried. He's got it now, I believe, and I know the audience will be there, and he's got his shit together, and basically, me and everyone can't wait, because he deserves happiness after going through all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I used to work Conan O'Brien.
yeah,
Conan. Yeah, Conan.
And we used to. I worked with him. He was every time he fucking crying, laughing.
yeah.
Then we go get drinks, and I could drink like 2 drinks. He's 10 drinks in a half an hour.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Artie Lang?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I said, Artie, they're gonna have more scotch. They're shooting for scotch. They'll have you in an hour. No, I know.
Yeah, he was a hell of a drinker, you know. Like, we used to do shows, and they would bring a bottle of Jack Daniels for him and a bottle of vodka for me, and it would be gone.
Wow.
It would be gone. There were shows that I guarantee we both didn't remember many times, and we'd ask, "How did it go last night?" It's crazy.
So you did 2-man shows all through that like era from 02 to 10?
3-man shows, sometimes 5. You know, Artie was very gracious to other people. And
Oh,
that's one thing.
he would always close, or you guys would switch it up?
No, I mean, there's, you know, he had the Stern thing, and he was the only one that can, you know. I mean, I'm not a clean act, and
Right.
he's just that good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He's just that good, and I love when I see that shit. He nobody can tell stories like Artie. Nobody.
Yeah, I've seen him in AC a couple times when he was kind of trying to make a comeback.
Yeah, that was after the first rehab I got. I got him into a rehab that didn't work out, and then he, you know, he had people watching him that were there from the rehab and that stuff. But it's just that you can't. It's impossible. It's
a lifestyle thing, probably.
And fans are just as awful as they just want to be close to anyone, so they'll give you, and it's so hard to control. It's so hard. And it's
I
sad.
remember we were in Ireland, and they're always drinking a lot. I mean, really a lot. And those guys,
Greg Giraldo.
Yeah, him. I was,
Oh,
and Artie. Mitch,
Hedberg?
Hedberg. Yeah.
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 I don't know where
Jeez.
I got. I don't know where I got this thing in the middle of my thing, but there were guys that I just felt like helping, and I
Yeah.
thought I did, and I was wrong every time. Like with Mitch did like this stuff called people couldn't wipe dishes off the.
Yeah. I think Mitch was doing he was doing heroin. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one night he called me up in Rochester, New York, and he goes, I didn't sink at all, Jason. I had two 6-packs, and that was it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Don't you miss it?
Yeah,
Dom,
he's funny,
when it-
man.
when-
I loved him. Loved his material. Still do.
When these guys would party around you, Dom, did you ever do it, or you would just?
No, I don't like it.
Yeah, because I know you say all the time, but just the liquor.
Give me a big fat whore. I'm happy.
That was your voice.
I mean, I wouldn't look at her, just throw stuff at her. Because I love you. Let's cut the whole thing.
Bob, did you and Artie like meet on the show, or you guys were friends before that?
We met on the show, and then we did a gig. I remember we were flying home from somewhere, and I said, I'm going to Florida next week, and he goes, we should work together. And I was like, okay. And I said, let me call the club, and they offered him, it was a nice amount, I guess, because he wasn't making that much, but it was like 15 grand, and he didn't know what he was worth, and that's the problem when you don't know what you're worth. And then we sold out more shows, and he got like 20,000 or 22,000, and he's like, "This is
That's
amazing."
awesome.
And
Yeah.
I was like, "No, watch this." We go to Chicago, I get him 50, and like I just kept upping it, and he would yell at his manager from the limo. He'd be like, "You piece of shit! You're probably laying around by your pool, you fat fuck." And he goes, "Levy got me 50,000, and you got, you get me fucking 2,500, 5,000, And it was just like the funny. And Artie's like laughing. He'll put down the phone and go, "Ha ha," because it's like you don't know. Even he didn't know. Nobody knew. You don't know what your price until you actually do something, and you've seen he was bringing in huge crowds.
Yeah, you're bringing in that many people. Yeah.
So
can
you
draw
know
much.
that it's
Yeah.
worth it. And I'm saying I know he can sell, especially in Boca Raton when it was, it might have been
At that theater.
2003. It was it wasn't a theater, it was the New York Comedy Club. And we did like 5 shows, but like we drank so much we couldn't, like, it was hard to do 5 shows, especially 3 on a Saturday or something like that.
Yeah.
By the late show, it's like fucking, I don't even know what's going on.
I think it's interesting how guys like Howard Stern, he's excellent at what he does.
Yeah.
And if he tries a little bit of stand up, it's phony from the beginning. Like some guys just don't have it to make that transition.
No. And everybody thinks that they can do it. Like you see a lot of people that are actors and they're like, I'm a comedian now. Like, how does that just happen? Like, it's like you can't just, it's a weird thing that you can just say, like, I can't say I'm a doctor now because I want to be a doctor. But it's not like you're getting the laughs.
Well, I've never had a bad set, so
Sure, I know.
talking from a weird place.
Yeah.
My very first gig, it was a Tonight Show. I did the Tonight Show. I never passed anything before that or after that.
I heard you killed too.
Yeah.
Oh, people, I still kill. I mean, I got a big boner. And I throw it at people. Oh, God, I see it.
Bob, how long were you in show business before Stern?
A while. Since like 88, I started, at Rascals in West Orange. I went to an open mic for 2 years straight every Tuesday. Jackie was hosting it, and people like John Mulrooney would fill in and have a
cool.
night, and Bob Nelson would host some of them.
Oh,
And
Rascals was a big
it
A
was
room. It was an
it
A
was
room.
an A room in West Orange, totally.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I did that for like 2 years, and then like Tony Camacho started booking me, and I was headlining with 25 minutes, and I was like, and I had no idea how the business worked or nothing, but I know I was supposed to do 45. I figured out, but the opening act would do longer so I can do what I had.
Right. Nice.
So it was weird. So, but it was like, this saved my life, if you call it that.
So by the time you submitted that competition for Stern, you were already headlining.
Everywhere. Yeah. So, I mean, it was like good to go in there and like, they were like, let's figure out some money to pay you. And I go, I don't want money. Just give me plugs, 2 plugs at the end of the show, because you make your own money. It's
you could do the job of a headliner. Now just fill the rooms.
It's so much easier,
Mm-hmm.
And I got, growing up, like, in the business, I was working with Otto and George a lot. I was working with Bobby Woods and shit like that. Like it was a whole, like it was a totally different business then. It was like, it was out of control. It was like the partying was insane, and now everybody, all the comedians, they're in AA or whatever, but
yeah, I think I would have had a tough time in the 80s.
Oh no, it was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but I would have gotten beat up a little bit, I think.
What I kind of think's interesting, like talking to guys like you and Dom, it's like, it seems like forever radio was how you sold tickets. Radio and TV spots. Now it's kind of building your own thing.
Yeah, like Dom can tell you, like in TV, like Johnny Carson was the fucking, like that made you a star, okay? But then when Howard Stern started, that you became something big on there, because there's so many people that listen. It was like, but TV nowadays, I don't know. It just seems like, you don't see anyone that just breaks out anymore, like being on Carson.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're also, anytime you're watching a movie on Netflix or something, like a lot of people are playing on their phone. So even if you're on a Netflix movie, you're still competing with somebody looking at their phone at the same time. Like no one just sits and watches one thing anymore.
Yeah, you would watch late night TV all the time, growing up. Like you Carson was a thing that, you can watch, even your family wouldn't be mad if you were young and you were up at that time, because it was the thing to see.
Yeah.
When did you start seeing the shift, like with the podcasting?
I've been podcasting for probably early 2000s, whatever you want to call it, in different sites and that stuff. I mean, it was a different game then. You did it because you loved doing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I still love doing it, but now you can actually make money doing it, which is wild. And I think COVID changed it to a bigger thing. When that happened, everybody was home. You couldn't go anywhere. Podcasts is just totally popped up everywhere. And now you get, you go live, you get super chats, gifted memberships, people, all that stuff. And it's crazy that people like something and they support you like that. It's crazy.
It's a difference between radio and posting on it.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing different is how you tune in, rather than hitting the dial in your car. You just have to go to YouTube
and you can listen to this anytime you want, whether it's a live show.
Wasn't Mark Maron the first comedic voice on podcasting?
Probably that made it.
Yeah, Tom Green was really early. Also, he had like a TV studio.
The first one to earn though was Mark Maron, right? He was doing it in his garage.
Yeah, I would say that was the name that popped up many years ago.
Bob,
he's doing it.
Hey Dom, did you do Mark Maron's podcast when he first started messing around with it in LA?
Yes, I did.
He was on episode 1. Oh, Adam Curry too. Yeah, Adam Curry. A lot of people say Adam Curry had a show really, really early on too. But I mean, everyone was kind of like 2000 to 2003 was
But
kind of
Dom-
the time
but-
people started.
Dom, when you would show up at a garage, then when the radio was still hot, like, did you think like, what are we doing? This is like,
No, I couldn't possibly do with Rogan. And
Yeah.
we came. His guys, he had this incredible bike. I mean, a car, and he walked by his pool table back there. And he says, "Dom, you got to see these things happen. I don't know what's going on. It's like a cult thing or something." He said, I'm listening. He goes, "I got like 90 people, 90 million people in this thing. How the fuck did that happen?"
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
Yeah, I think with this, with the way it's going or with the way it's been, really with the internet, you just have to stick with it for a long period of time too.
Yeah.
And if you do have a good show, it's eventually you're gonna build people up over time. Once you get a YouTube subscriber, they don't really leave.
yeah,
No
but
one,
you have to have the set time. A set time is very important.
which is funny because that's what TV is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's the new TV. I mean,
Yeah.
people don't, they cancel their cable now because what is on? What really is on besides sports that you're going to make sure you watch? This, you can just pop on and you can search around and you can see, oh my God, what is this show? Let me go check it out. And it's all new. And it's like, you don't know what's going to hit you.
Yeah, and on another show we do the live streams also, and having people comment like in real time and be able to respond to them adds a great element. Yeah,
It's a great feeling. It's like being on stage almost. You know what I mean? It's a
Right.
little bit of that, and you can see how you're doing. Like when you look at somebody's face in the audience, and if somebody isn't laughing and they're writing something bad, you stare at them like somebody in the audience that's not laughing, and you go, "What's the matter with you? I'm gonna fucking change that."
Yeah, it's fun. I like it. I think podcasting is great.
Yeah.
you're not doing Levy Land anymore, Bob?
No, I do. I do. I opened up my own. I do with Shuli from the Stern Show. I do. We do a few shows on his network, and then I opened up my thing, the Levyverse, and
Nice.
I just go on and have a good time. I don't get into all the hate, and everything, the circle that we're in with all the bullshit, everybody fighting with each other. I just go on and go back to what I was doing years ago. Just having fun and make sure
it
people
is.
have a good time.
This is cool.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your own channel.
Yeah, yeah. And it's good. You get the people give you money. It's like crazy. It's like, they subscribe. They know when you're on. It's like, it's insanity.
You miss radio at all, or you rather do it this way?
I totally miss radio, but like regular radio, there's not much out there that you can do that's any good. It's just, if you're doing a club out there, Dom will tell you, you'll come in there and they'll like, so what brings you to town? It just sounds so fake, now.
Yeah, you got to have a good. My buddy, I did the radio in Atlantic City on Monday.
Okay.
And these guys have a good morning radio show. You know Gary Garcia, don't you?
Yeah,
You down there?
yeah,
Yeah. I
love
do a
him.
podcast with Gary, and he has
Right.
a Monday. Every Monday he goes on the radio.
Oh,
But he'll
Scotty
get
and
JoJo and Scotty. Yeah. JoJo and Scotty.
Yeah, they're good
Yeah.
guys. They were
Yeah,
on
they're great.
YSP when I was on with Kid Chris out there when I went to talk. And it was the greatest thing. But it all changes now. You can't say anything, even if you make up fake words that you can slip by. Then the fake words are offensive. They find out.
They just got bought out by iHeart Radio too. They're people. They were like the last. That was like a family-owned radio station until like a year ago. Those ones that he was on. What are you gonna do? Go to YouTube, I guess.
Yeah.
Bob, you just got back from Turkey, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
How was that?
It was great, man. I went there to get my teeth done. I'm not, you know what I mean? I messed it up from eating girls' asses on stage all these years. And I guess they rotted. And I was like, everyone's like, Turkey is the place to be. They're so good at what they do. And the price is ridiculous. You know what I mean? And here I've had shit done and I was never happy. So I went to Turkey.
I'm not a big fan of the dentist. I think they're scam artists.
Yeah.
What is it
But
there?
But it's not bad when you go there and you don't feel no pain. It's amazing. They were pulling shit out and fucking drilling into my jaw, and then I got to go back in 4 months, and I'm gonna get more cigarettes because Turkey has really good cigarettes.
What do you guys think of all this Diddy shit that's coming out? You think some of it's just internet hype?
I think that they put the baby oil in his house. I think they set him up with 1,000 bottles. No, I don't know. It's fucking crazy. It's a sick world out there. You know, when you have enough money, you think you can get away with anything. And
he's a good guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Who did he ever bother? I laugh. Good guy.
I think it'll blow over, like Dom's saying.
yeah. It'll blow over. Oh, jeez.
Bob, thanks for hanging out.
Hey, man, this is cool, man. You know,
Good to see you.
to talk to this fucking man, you know what I mean, that I've watched so many years. Like, you know.
Watch it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you,
No,
man.
man,
Good to
it's
see
cool
you.
as shit, man.
Yeah, no, thanks. Yeah, no, thanks.
You gotta respect the people that made this business what it is, you know?
I've worked hard for many years.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking to Dom.
Yo, Dom, wait.
Hey,
Hey, Dom, hey. Yo, Dom.